to the woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartans Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Illinois' offense will start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Childs. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting up the field, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you'd like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Searching forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run play action. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Power football with the run. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Back to throw, it's Childs. Steps away to find some room. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take...
There he goes! Oh, it's a fumble! Defense grabs the football, and there he goes! Knocked down, but... 4. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Spartans are on the move. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Taylor. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They've got a first down here to open the period. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go right back to it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Spartans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football.
Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going, as they have a first down at the 43. Some misdirection with the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on! They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Spartans are facing 3rd and inches. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The short hand, it's McCray. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Childs. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers in this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting.
Give to the running back. Still running at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add them.
The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Child. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense... Second down coming up. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking for space. It's ball. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that defense stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Let's go! They'll try to pass their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Under fire! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.